What's going on, guys? This is DJ with All Day DFS, and I'm checking back in with y'all. This is the After Dark edition. I hope everybody had a great night. I hope everybody cashed in. I hope everybody got that bag. Let me know down below how y'all guys did tonight. Let me know if y'all guys won. Let me know who brought it home for you. Let me know if somebody ruined your night. Let me know how it went for y'all guys. And first of all, I just want to say I'm sorry I haven't been able to do any videos for the last couple days. I actually got in a car accident Tuesday morning, and I found out today that I actually fractured a rib. And I fractured my finger. As you can see, I got some scratches and stuff. But I'm still here. I'm still alive. I'm still kicking, and I'm still playing PrizePicks. Unfortunately, the last 2 days, I really haven't been able to do any research and stuff like that. So I just haven't had the energy to do it. If anybody's ever been in a crash, you probably know the soreness and all the kinds of aches and all that stuff that you get. I don't really feel like doing much of anything. So I play light, but I still been losing because I've been following other people's picks because like I said, I didn't have time. I didn't feel like it, and I really didn't have the time to do research. So I've been mainly following other people's picks, and a little bit that I did see that I liked as well. My gut plays, but just been on a losing streak. I haven't really won the last 2 days. I mean, I had a couple winners, but overall I didn't profit. So it's just been kind of like, it's been bad because of the accident and then kind of a little losing streak. So I've just been kind of silent for the last couple of days. As anybody knows in my Discord, I'm usually pretty active in there, and I really haven't been too active the last couple of days. But I'm back. I'm still alive, and we're going to go ahead and get it, and we're going to go ahead and bounce back. As I always say, even on a losing day, there's something that you can gain from it. There's something that you can learn. And something that I think that I've learned that I would like to share with y'all guys is like, I've been playing PrizePicks pretty heavy since February. I learned about PrizePicks last year, and I played a couple times, but back then I wasn't serious about it. I played more FanDuel and DraftKings, but not as a full-time bettor or whatever you want to call it, fantasy player. But when I found PrizePicks, I didn't do no research. I just went with my gut feeling. I just been like, oh yeah, he's gonna go over, he's gonna go under, blah blah blah, and I won 2 or 3 times. But then of course, not doing no research, not doing everything that you're supposed to do that we do every day. If you play this seriously, it takes up pretty much your whole day from the morning till at night when before lock. But anyways, so yeah, I played a little bit last year, but I didn't take it seriously. So since February, I've been taking it seriously. Since February, I've been able to make over like $20,000. Of course, not all of that is profit, as we know. You make some and you put it right back in. But anyways, I've been pretty successful, and what I've always had since I've been playing is I've always had a good sized bankroll where I could throw $100 on a bet if I wanted to, $200 on a bet if I wanted to. Sometimes I even had the bankroll to throw $400 on a bet, the 2 pick powers. And I made a withdrawal recently, and I said I wasn't going to put it back in because, again, I said this on a video before, like I want to be able to show for all this for something. I want to have something to show for it, for all this work that we're doing every single day. I don't just want to play this day in and day out. Win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. Because anybody out there, I don't care what they say, I don't care how many screenshots they show you, they have losing days and they have days where they lose a lot of money. If you're a big time player, you're gonna lose a lot of money some days. So I've had I made a withdrawal, and then I had losing days, so my bankroll pretty much diminished. I bet big the other night on Montrezl Harrell. I had him on a couple lineups, and I kind of went against what I said. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I didn't put him in every lineup. I mean, I have throughout the day. I mean, I'll have a lot of little lineups, and then I'll have some big bet lineups, some lines. And I put him like on 3 of my big bet lines because he was so low for him. I think it was so low because Drummond wasn't playing. I don't know if PrizePicks thought that Drummond was going to play that day, and they had him low. And then Drummond was announced that he wasn't playing. So I follow Montrez a lot because I've made a lot of money with him on fourth quarter plays and second half plays. So basically, I know, well, with Gasol and him, now it's different with Drummond. Now I have to do some more studying, but I know basically that he first half. So a lot of times first half he'll go under because they have him so high. Usually they have him like around 36, 38. And first half he plays less minutes. So usually sometimes he doesn't get there. For the most part, he doesn't get there. And then second half, he's just a second half beast. He's a second half monster. I mean, he plays pretty much if the game is close, he pretty much plays the whole fourth quarter. He'll come in late third and stay in pretty much the whole fourth quarter, or if not, he'll start the fourth quarter and stay in the whole fourth quarter. So that's why I know him so well. And when I seen that he was only at 30, he was only at 30 on the board. I'm like, wow, that's really low for him. Usually he's at anywhere from 36 or higher, 38, and especially without LeBron and AD and all that stuff. So he was at 30, and I'm like, wow, this is good. And as soon as I seen that Drummond wasn't playing, I said, I'm going to jump on this. I'm going to jump on it first half, because he was at 15 first half, which is still low for him. Like, I've seen him get over. This guy gets points like, I mean, he might play 8 minutes in the first half, 10 minutes in the first half, and he gets points quick and in a hurry. And I seen him do it another time when I picked him to go under, he went over. So anyways, I picked him for the over, and he got ejected like 2 minutes into the game. He came in, he got Schroeder and OG got into it, and he went in and got into it, which I don't think he really should have. He should have got ejected. He should have got like a technical foul. I don't think he should have got ejected, but he got ejected 2 minutes into the game, and I put, and those lines that I had him in, I probably put like $400 or $500 in him. And of course, I powered it because I power everything. I don't do 4-pick powers for the most part. I'll do 5-pick flexes if I want to do something that high and something with that many picks. But I had 2-pick powers and I had 3-pick powers, and I had him in every single one because 15 was just low. I'm like, this guy's gonna hit this. It's a lock. But he got ejected two minutes into the game, and it just totally ruined my night, ruined my bankroll. I still won that night a little bit. I had a little bit left, but over the last 2 days, like I said, I haven't done no research. I haven't done nothing. I've been playing light, but I've still been losing. So I'm on a little losing streak. So what I learned is that not having that bankroll to put on these bets, it just felt like, it almost felt like I didn't want to play it, because I'm like, man, if I can't at least have one bet with $100 on it, it just feels like, because I'm always chasing that high payout, that big number. I want to see at least a $300 winner, a $600 winner, $1,000, $1,200. Like that, I'm all into that. But when I'm working with a little bankroll, like with $100, I'm like, if I do a 2-pick power with $20, I'm only gonna win 60. So it just doesn't really seem like, I don't know if y'all guys know what I'm saying. If you've gotten to that point where you've had a good bankroll and you've had some big winners, it's like, man, 60 is nothing. I didn't. So what got me on that losing streak is that I got away from my strategy lately. I've only been playing 2-pick powers or 3-pick powers. I don't play 4-pick powers for the most part, and I don't do 5-pick flexes. A lot of people say that those bets are for the dummies. To get 4 or 5 in a row. I mean, of course, you see a lot of people get it right. You see a lot of winners out there with 4 or 5, but we don't see all the losers. I've said that a lot of times. We don't see people posting their losing screenshots, where they might have 4-pick powers, 10 in a row where they lose, but they get that one, and you're like, damn, they got 4 in a row. That's, but you don't see all the losers. Anyways, I went away from my strategy because I was chasing that 10-time payout. So I went away from my strategy, and I started picking the 4 and the 5. And of course, I got 3 right. I did a double up here or there, but I didn't hit the 4 or the 5 picks, and I lost. So what I learned is that, this isn't a race. This is a marathon. This isn't a race. We play this every single day. Every single day, there's something to bet on PrizePicks. As you can see right now across the board, we got all the way from NBA all the way to, they just added cricket, esports. So it's not a race, it's a marathon. So just because you have $60 bankroll, $100 bankroll, don't get anxious. Don't look at these guys that are posting the $300 winners, the $1,000 winners, the, pay it, just, it's a marathon. So go ahead and put that little $10 bet on that 2-pick power and win that $30. Do that a couple times. If you get, if you have $60 and you do, if you have $60 and you do 6 2-pick powers and you win 4 out of the 6, that's $120. Now you just add it to your bankroll, you got $120. Of course, tomorrow, like I said, it's a marathon. So yeah, sorry, I had to cut this video because I had my toddler screaming in the background. So anyways, as I was saying, is like, you got $60, and I'm sorry guys, might be getting carried away with this recap, suggestions, advice, whatever you want to call it. But it's a marathon. It's a marathon because we're playing this every single day. So don't feel bad because you have a $50 bankroll, $100 bankroll, $20 bankroll. All it takes is for you to win a couple of them, and you got a nice, you start with 50 and you win a couple, and now you're up to 150, 200. Now you can start playing $20 bets. Now you can start doing $30 bets. And guys, I'm not saying not to do the 4-pick powers or the 5-pick flexes. Like I don't know much about gaming, but there's a couple guys that do, and I follow them. And they've proven to me that they know what they're doing, and they won over time. Of course, everybody loses, and you should never get mad if you follow somebody's picks and you lose. That's pretty stupid to me. But I'm confident in doing a 4-pick power or a 5-pick flex with them. What I'll do is I'll do a 4-pick power, but I'll still do a 2-pick power on the side with 2 players. The other day I did a 4-pick and 2 2-picks. Now the 4-pick missed, but the 2 2-picks hit. So I just mixed it up. But yeah, so that's what I learned, is that don't get down just because you don't have the huge bankroll that you want to have. Don't get down because you see all these guys posting $300, $600, $1,000 winners, $1,200 winners. Today you could be at $50, but in 3 weeks from now, or in a week from now, 2 weeks from now, you could be at $1,000, and you go from there. So that's just what I'm saying. Just don't get down. Don't feel like you have to get it all back in one night, because I felt like that. I made the mistake of stretching the little $10 or $20 that I had left. And of course I could have deposited money. There's no, I'm not saying that I don't have no money and I'm out of money. I could have deposited money, but there's sometimes that I make, I'm kind of strict of like, okay, if I only got $100, I'm going to try to make it with that $100. I'm not going to just deposit more just because, that's not the point. I want to win, and I want to win with what I got in there. If I'm depositing, then I'm losing. And I haven't really deposited in a long time. I did, I'm going to deposit today because I'm on a losing streak, but I really haven't deposited in a long time, and that's the name of the game, is try to win with what you have, and that's what I've been doing. So anyways, guys, PrizePicks has 8 players on the board, as they usually do. First on the board, we got Karl-Anthony Towns. He's projected at 54 versus Boston. So they're ranked 7th overall, 10th versus his position. And what was he at? Jeez, I always forget that. 54. Okay, so last 5 versus Boston, he only played 4 times, and he has 160, so he's gone over once. His last 5 games overall, he's hit it once and gone over twice, so 3 out of 5. Draft dashboard has him projected at 50.7. It's a little tough because when you think about Boston, you think about they're a pretty good defensive team, but then Dice is not there no more. From what I've seen and what I've heard, he was like a really good defensive player, and he's not there no more. So I know you got Tristan Thompson and Robert Williams. Robert Williams sometimes gets in foul trouble. Like right now, just looking at, I played him the under versus Joel Embiid. And I probably would play, if they have Robert Williams at 38 or 36 or something like that, I might take the under on him again, because it seems like really good players like this. Robert Williams is a young, inexperienced, super active guy that he can just get in foul trouble, and he looks like he will get in foul trouble against these superstar centers. So anyways, but for Towns, I mean, if I had to play him, I probably won't touch him. But if I had to play him, I would probably play him on the under, even though, Boston don't have, supposedly, I know Tristan Thompson's back, so with Thompson and Williams, I mean, I could see Towns maybe getting a 50, 52, but I don't know if he'll have it over 54 versus Boston. From what I hear, Boston likes to double team a lot, the superstars, so they'll probably do this to this guy. So I would hit the under on Karl-Anthony Towns. Next, we got Tatum at 45 versus Minnesota. That should be a pretty good matchup, I would think. Yep, 30th ranked overall, 25th ranked versus his position. So his last 5 games, he's only gone over once, and his last 5 versus Minnesota, he's only gone over once. Draft dashboard has him projected at 42, so he's at 45. I mean, I think with all the let me go ahead and mute this real quick. I think with all the with everybody playing with Brown, with Walker, now you got Fournier that might take some usage away as well. I would probably go under, even though it's a good matchup. I mean, I would probably go on the under with Tatum, but I rarely play Tatum, and if I do, it's under, so I will go under. Next, we got Anthony Edwards, which he's at 33, which seems kind of low for him. He's been higher lately, but Beasley is back, and I'm not sure how he's been doing, because I've been fading him lately. I haven't been playing him as much as I usually do, or I was playing him. Jeez, and I don't see him on here. He has to be a shooting guard, right? Or is he a small forward? Okay, so yeah, he's way down here. 7th ranked overall, 3rd ranked versus his position. So it's definitely not a good matchup. Never played Boston. Last 5 games overall, he's gone over once, twice. He's gone over 4 out of 5 times. He's gone over 4 out of 5 times. They have him projected at 31.3. Me personally, I'm not going to touch this because I don't know if Marcus Smart is going to be guarding him, and Marcus Smart might put the clamps on him. As you can see, that it's a very not a very good matchup for him. But also 33 seems kind of low. I mean, he scores pretty well. He can almost probably get their real life points. But versus Boston, I think I'm gonna fade him. If I had to play him, I would play him on the under. Next, we got Jalen Brown at 40 versus Minnesota. All right, so 30th overall, 27th versus his position. He's only hit 40 once versus Minnesota. In his last 5 games, he's only gone over 40 twice. Draft Dashboard has him at 37.7. This is a tough game. This is a tough game because the Celtics have good matchups, and the Timberwolves, Edwards doesn't, Towns does, but like I said, from what I hear, Celtics double team the players. Based on Draft Dashboard and what they're saying, for me, it's a fade. I'm going to fade all of these guys. I'm not playing none of these guys. But if I had to pick one to go over in this game, I probably would pick Brown. I would pick Brown to go over. Next, we got Moran versus New York. Now, Moran has just been playing like terrible. Like, he's been going under so much lately. And then he got New York, which is a bad matchup. I'm already seeing people tonight picking him with the under. So 3rd ranked overall, 11th ranked versus the position. It's a pace down game. His last 5 versus New York, he's only played them once. He had a 46, but look at that. His last 5 games overall, he only has went over 1 time. He had a 53 burger. Other than that, he's really been playing not good at all. They have him projected for 33.9. I'm gonna go ahead and pick him on the under. I mean, this is probably one of my favorite picks so far because. I mean, we know that he could have a good game at any time, just like any player. I mean, we say that about everybody, but I mean, everybody goes off every now and then. I mean, of course, superstars go off more than others, but I would pick him on the under. I like him for the under. Next, we got Julius Randle at 46 versus Memphis. So they're 13th ranked, but 9th ranked overall. So it's not a good matchup for him. His last 5 versus Memphis, he's only gone over once. His last 5 games overall, he's only gone over twice. Draft Dashboard has him projected at 44.6. This is another one that I'm not going to touch. Like, guys, for about the last 2 weeks, I really haven't liked the boards that PrizePicks has put up late. That used to be to where, they would put them up early and you would be able to get players really low on their projections, like at least 4 to 5 points under. But now they're putting them up, and it's like they're putting them up pretty much right on the spot or higher than what they usually were. So again, unders have to be the play. We have to go under on these people. So at 46, I mean, I don't like it. They have him projected at 42. I mean, I know Julius Randle does a lot, but it's not a good matchup for him. In his last 5, he's only gone over 1 time versus Memphis. I know he's a different player this year. He's way better than he's been in previous years, but at 46, I just don't like it. So it's another fade. Like, I'm basically not going to play none of these guys. The only one that I play is Moran. But if I had to play him, I would play him on the under. Next, we got Vooch versus Atlanta. Now, Vooch is just different because, I mean, his ever since he got with the Bulls, it's different. He was doing everything for the Magic, so it's a little bit different. 11th ranked overall, 5th ranked versus his position, so he definitely doesn't have a good matchup. His last 5 versus Atlanta, he's gone over 2 out of 5. His last 5 games overall, he's gone over 3 out of 5. Yeah, 42. 43 seems really low for him. 1, 2. Yeah, so he's gone over 3 out of 5, and he had a 42, so he was right there. They have him predicted at 45.4. Based on his last 2 games, I would go with the over. I mean, he's probably my second favorite pick right now. I would go with the over. I think now he's finally, after, a handful of games, what has it been now, 5, 6 games, I'm not sure. I think now he's, probably more in sync with the other players. He's, knows his role, whatever, or they're feeding him the ball more, whatever. He's had some good games. So I'll definitely go with the over on him. Next, we got Trey Young versus Chicago. So Trey is 16th ranked overall, 10th ranked versus his. Chicago 16th ranked overall, 10th ranked versus his position. So it's not a good matchup. And he's at 43. His last 5 versus Chicago, he's only gone over once. His last 5 overall, he's gone over. His last 4, because he only played 4, he's gone over 2 out of 4. They have him projected at 41.5. Again, this is just another one that I'm not going to touch. I mean, if I had to play Trey Young based on just what we have here, based on no other players, based on no other single stats, blah, 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 I would play him on the over if I had to play him. So again, guys, I'm just not liking the board. I'm just not liking the board. I mean, it's been happening a lot lately. I don't like the board. I don't like the trend lately of these boards that are just right on, or too high. And when you're too high, I mean, for a lot of us, for me, a lot of times I don't like going under on a superstar. I don't like going under on Luka. I don't like going under on Russell Westbrook. I don't like going under on these guys. Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, I'm not gonna go under on them. If I had to play him, I would go under. But I mean, I don't have to. Tomorrow I'm not gonna have to play him. So yeah. So my favorite 2 tonight would be Vooch and Ja Morant. Sorry. Vooch and Ja Morant were my favorite 2 of the night. I would go over on Vooch, under on Ja. If you're looking for a third player to do a 3-pick power, I would either go with Trey or Jalen Brown. Next up after those guys would be him, Anthony Edwards, but I just don't really know. I mean, with Beasley back, and D'Angelo Russell's back, then you got Marcus Smart, who's probably gonna be guarding him. I don't really see him going over 33. He could though, but I don't see it. So guys, that's all I have for you tonight. I hope this helps. I hope this gives you some early insight when you wake up in the morning. And this is why I do these videos. So when you wake up, you already have something, to start the day off, to gauge the matchups, to see what looks good to begin with. I wish they would have more stuff up at this time of night when I have more time. Obviously during the day, I try to give y'all guys my top picks, but it's hard because of my kids and stuff like that. But anyways, hope this helps. I am seeing something for tonight. I don't know if it's a glitch, you could say, but I'm seeing this right here. I've seen this a lot, and it's looking pretty good because Mookie Betts is usually around 10. I mean, I don't know who's the pitcher. I don't know if it's based on the pitcher. I don't know what's it based on, but they have him at 6.5. So if you know anything about baseball, this is just a quick baseball glitch, if you want to call it that. Pick up Mookie today because tomorrow he'll probably be around 10.5. He's pretty high most of the time I've seen him. And guys, I am going to be doing baseball videos. It's just right now that it's too much. I actually went to go do a baseball video the other night, and I thought maybe they would have 8 players on the board, and I went like this. And I was like, oh, that's way too much. I'll be here till 5 in the morning. So I'm not going to do baseball yet, but when I do, I'm going to try to do at least most of the board, or at least the top, 8 to 12 players on the board. But anyways, this is what I'm seeing tonight. So if you like baseball, if you play baseball, let me know. Let me know. Is this really too low for him based on the matchup and all that stuff? Let me know what y'all guys are thinking. So if you do like this, get him tonight and match him up with Morant or Vooch. Do something like that, or any other. If you got PGA or tennis or whatever, or gaming, could be a good play. But anyways, go ahead and hit the link to join our Discord. Come in there and join our Discord. Like I said, I haven't been too active in there lately, but it's still been active with our other players in there. And guys, we do try to help as much as we can. I mean, we're all grown men in this. We're all grown men, and we know what we can spend and what we can't spend. Just because somebody throws $100 on a bet, don't mean that you have to run and deposit $100 to throw it on there. Be smart with your bankroll. If he throws $100 and you only have a $50 bankroll, just throw 10 on it. If you're feeling risky, if you're feeling froggy, throw 20 on it. But like I was saying, we're all grown men. Only follow somebody to a certain extent. They don't always get it right. Do your own research. Do everything on. Do a lot of stuff on your own. Do your own research, and then if they have picks up, analyze their picks and say, okay, is this a good play? Don't just follow them blindly just because they've been winning. It doesn't mean that they're going to win all the time. Analyze their picks and say, okay, does this really look as good as he says it does, or whatever. Or if you only like 3 other picks, and then take 3 from theirs and then add your own 2 or add your own 1 or whatever it is you're gonna play. But I see it so much that these guys, I see so many people that are losing, and oh my God, please help me, please help me. I haven't won on PrizePicks for a month, for 2 months. Ask somebody what they do. Follow the successful people. What do y'all do? How do you pick these players? What is it that you do that makes you want to pick these players? Try to learn this yourself, because there's that guy might disappear off the face of the earth, and then what are you going to do? You're never going to be able to bet again because you can't follow this guy's picks. I'm just saying, you get help to a certain extent, but you also have to do your own research, your own study your own stuff. Subscribe to a website. Don't rely on other people all the time, is what I have to say. But I earlier in the month, last month, I was getting caught up in all the hype, all the Twitter. I started following a lot of these guys on Twitter, and you see their winners. Of course, like I said, you don't see their losers. And I just started following them. I said, okay, they're winning, so I'm just gonna. And I started following, and I was losing more than I was winning, and I was like, how can that be if they're always winning? But nothing's a guarantee. Nothing's a guarantee. And so when I put up picks and they don't hit and people follow me, I feel bad. I feel bad because I'm like, man, I wish it would have hit just so they can win. Of course, for me myself too, but there's no guarantee. There's no locks. I mean, I'm super successful with second half and fourth quarter, but sometimes I miss. I missed tonight because as soon as I picked, and that's happened to me a couple of times. As soon as I made picks, right after I made the picks, 2 to 3 minutes later, the game just turns into a blowout. When I make the picks, it's a close game, maybe a 5-point game, 6-point game, 7-point game. 2-3 minutes after I make the picks, it's already a 15-point game, and you're like, holy shit. You're like, now, all the logic that you just picked, like, okay, this is going to be close. These guys are going to come back in. These guys are going to get the minutes. Now all that is out the window because it's a blowout. So I had that bad luck happen to me tonight. But anyways, hit the link, join the Discord. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the little bell notification so you're alerted when I drop these videos. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers by the end of the month. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for all the love, and I'll be back tomorrow. Y'all guys have a great day.